Dear learners, in this session, we learn about the state management in ASP.NET. So first we discuss what is the need of the state management. So basically, whenever we write any web application, we require the HTTP protocol for transferring the data from the server to the client. So the HTTP protocol is a stateless protocol. That is, it doesn't maintain the information about the state of the application. That is, it doesn't maintain the information about the activities and the user record related to the application. So to maintain such information in our web application, we have to write the state management mechanism. So inside the ASP.NET, there are the three options to provide the state management. So first one, that is view state, second cookies, and third one session. So let's discuss the view state. So view state is used to store the information about the single web page. So whatever the activities that can be carried out within the single web page, that information we can either store into the view state or we can extract from the view state. So basically, view state is a client side state management technique. So suppose I want to store one particular string inside the view state, then I can use this particular syntax. So for example, I want to store the Mira Academy inside the view state, then I can use the syntax view state in rectangle bracket, name of the variable in which this string that can be stored, that is name, and this Mira Academy that can be stored inside the name in the view state. Suppose I want to use this name in my program, then I can extract or retrieve the information from the view state by using the syntax view state in rectangle bracket name dot toString. So toString is used to convert the particular value into the string, and it just stored into the value variable, and this value variable we can use throughout our program. So for example, here inside the view state we have used two files, that is .aspx and .aspx.cs. So inside the first file we create one text box where we can enter the value, one button for save the value into the view state, another button to get the value from the view state, and we can display the value to the label. So inside the .aspx.cs, first task we have to just save the value into the view state. So whatever the value which is entered into the text field, that can be stored inside the name field.text. So that particular value we can store in the view state variable name of user. So name of user contains whatever the value which is entered by the user through the text field. So this is the text field name that can be used to store the particular value of the user, and again this value is stored inside the view state name of user. So to extract the value, we have to use the mechanism, that is view state, again the variable name, that is name of user dot to string. So to string, that is, it just store the particular value into the label by using the name label dot text. So we just extract the value from the view state and we just store into the label. So here if and else loop is used because initially the page load method is executed, the value is not set, so it just display the first output like this one. So at the second time we just store the value by clicking on the submit button, and again at the third step, whenever we retrieve the value, the third statement that can be executed. So in this way we can store the value into the new view state and we can retrieve the value from the view state. Thank you.